A successful man is one who can lay a firm foundation with the bricks others have thrown at him. I'm Anthony from Pittsburgh Fit, and I'm gonna take you through today's HIIT at home strength workout. We're gonna start with 2 triplets for warm-ups. Our first exercise is V-ups. You're gonna lay flat on your back. I want you to relax all the way to the floor, hands up over the head. I want you to pick your right leg up and your left hand up, and you're gonna bring them in together. So you're gonna reach up and across your body, holding nice and tight here, where don't have both legs up at the same time, and right back down, and switch. That little bit of a rotation is gonna make things a little bit easier for you. I like to leave that second leg down on the floor, but if you wanna make things a little bit harder, you can keep it up in the air. Now our next exercise is Cossack Squats. What I want you to do is spread your feet apart nice and wide. We're gonna do 10 quick Cossack Squats in a row on each side. Shifting, come back to center. The goal here is to kind of work through with a little bit of smoothness, connecting those reps so it always looks like one continuous motion. We have 10 to one side, we're gonna finish up, and then we have 10 quick to the other side. Now, our next exercise is burpees. I'm gonna ask you to do something a little bit strange here. I want you to breathe in, breathe out, breathe in, hold your breath, and I want you to do 5 burpees. Take a big deep breath. You're gonna do 5 burpees without taking a breath. We're gonna give yourself a chance to get used to what it feels like if your oxygen's running a little bit low, for example, in the end of a workout. After you're done 5 burpees, stand up, exhale, inhale, exhale, 1 more breath in, and 5 more burpees without a breath. Go for it. The second set should be a little bit harder, but it really encourages you to move through these burpees a little bit faster with your heart rate starting to climb and your respiration rate staying low. All right, so you have 2 rounds of 10 alternating V-ups, 10 quick Cossack Squats to each side, 5 burpees with a breath hold, 2 breaths, 5 burpees with a breath hold again. Now, our next triplet is gonna be push-ups, pogo hops, and a squat hold. Our diamond push-ups are gonna be our hands brought together into a diamond position. We're gonna come on down to the floor with our hands down nice and flat. Bring those hands in closer together. Your hands are gonna aim a little bit closer to your lower belly than to your chest. So we're gonna drop down to the floor, hit the chest on the ground, and press back up. We want these again to move nice and fast. We are gonna breathe through these reps. I want you to exhale every time you press up from the floor. A nice, sharp, aggressive breath. Now from here, we're gonna stand up into pogo hops. So I want you to give yourself a little bit of room. You're gonna stand on one leg, go up onto your toe, and you're gonna hop side to side. So over and back is gonna be 1 hop. Hop, hop. We want you to try and go nice and high like you're going over a cone, an imaginary cone in between your legs. We wanna make sure that back heel doesn't touch the ground at all. So keep your spring in your step, let your calves do the work for you. Now, our last exercise in this triplet is gonna be a 30-second squat hold. So we're gonna immediately finish those pogo hops right into a squat hold. The knees are gonna drive out, the chest is gonna lift up, the heels are gonna stay down on the ground. You're just gonna sit and be nice and patient. Again, we're gonna breathe through this movement. After the 30 seconds are up, your hands are gonna go right back down to the floor, and we'll go through that exercise again. Now, on to the strength portion. We have a dumbbell Olympic lifting or lifting complex. So we're gonna use a single dumbbell. We're gonna do 3 exercises, 8 reps of each in a row, and then we'll switch sides. So we're gonna start in the right hand. We have 8 single arm dumbbell deadlifts. So the feet are a little narrower than your squat stance. You're gonna tap one head of the dumbbell to the ground and stand all the way up. Make sure you squeeze those glutes nice and tight at the top of the rep. After 8 reps is done, we have 8 dumbbell squat cleans. So you start on the ground, you stand all the way up, snap that dumbbell to your shoulder, and ride it down into the bottom of a squat. It's really important that you stand all the way up before dropping down into the bottom of the squat to get the full impact of that movement. After your 8th rep, you're gonna leave that dumbbell on your shoulder. Again, we're in the right hand. Your right foot's gonna step forward, your left knee comes down, and you come back to center. So we have 8 lunges in a row on that right side. When you're done 8, we're just gonna switch sides. You have 8 immediately into dumbbell deadlifts, then right into the dumbbell squat cleans after 8 reps. Again, tap one head of the dumbbell on the ground, snap it up to your shoulder, drop all the way down at the bottom of the squat. Now you're gonna lunge forward with that left leg, tap that right back knee on the ground for 8 reps. Now, what we'd like to see is that you do 8, 8, 8, 8, 8, 8. We're gonna rest for 2 minutes. So we're gonna lengthen that rest, give you a chance to recover. In a perfect world, you increase weight on each set to make things a little bit harder and have some fun with it for a total of 3 sets. Now that you're all nice and warmed up, we've gotten our strength portion done, we're gonna have a nice, fun workout. We have 4 rounds of 100 feet dumbbell overhead walks, 15 dumbbell deadlifts, and 20 dumbbell thrusters. Now we're just gonna use a single dumbbell. You're more than welcome to use a pair of dumbbells. We just wanna give you some options. So we have 100 feet of overhead walking. Jess is gonna hold that dumbbell up and overhead. She's just gonna walk 50 feet down, turn around and walk 50 feet back. Now, I don't want you to power walk and move through quickly. We're taking a nice, slow, deliberate pace off the floor. We want you to walk for about 15 seconds out, turn around, and about 15 seconds back. If you don't have room to walk around in your house or you don't want to walk around in circles, we're going to do 30 seconds of overhead holds with a march. So that weight's going to be overhead. You're just going to pick your knee up nice and high. Your toe's going to come up with you. You want to try and keep your heel close to your butt as you lift your legs up. We're gonna keep that weight overhead, keep marching for 30 seconds, and then we'll move on to our dumbbell deadlifts. Now we're gonna keep with a single dumbbell. The feet are gonna go apart this time. We're gonna lower that dumbbell down in between the legs and pop right back up. These reps should go by nice and quick. The idea here is if you have a single dumbbell, I don't want you to touch the ground. I don't want your fingers to come between the dumbbell and the ground. We're just gonna lower to about 2 inches off the ground or somewhere in the mid-shin range and stand up nice and tall. After your 15th rep, you're just gonna snap it up to your shoulders. You have a full squat and a drive up and overhead. We have a good amount of overhead movement today, so we're gonna focus on that nice, stable position overhead. The abs should stay engaged the whole time. The glutes should stay nice and tight and stable to make this workout almost fun. Good, relax, thank you. So you have 4 rounds of 100 feet of overhead walking or 30 seconds of overhead lunging. Then 15 dumbbell deadlifts, 20 dumbbell thrusters, 4 rounds as fast as you can. Have a great workout and a great rest of your day.